Hi, I'm Raya.
And I'm Brandon.
And you're watching
More Love with R&B.
Yep.
Welcome. And today is another story time with R&B.
Yeah. Today we are going to talk about how we planned our wedding.
Correct. So we got a video online, and this is not a shameless plug at all. Like, there's no shame at all in this plug. So we have a video about pretty much how to plan your wedding, and they're just suggestions from us. However, we want to tell the story of how we planned our wedding so that we can show you, look, we don't just come up with this stuff. Like, we actually got advice from other people and we did it.
Yeah.
And it worked out. So we just like to share that with you guys. So we can go back to when we got engaged. Like, after we got engaged and we were done premarital counseling, it was like full speed ahead to pull this wedding off. And the funny thing is, where we are now, like, wedding planning actually seems exciting, and I feel like we could do it in our sleep. But like, at the time when we'd never been married and we'd been to a bunch of weddings but never had to plan or coordinate one, it was like, finally we're like, wow, like, we're here. And I just remember worrying about this and worrying about that and trying to get, like, it's a lot. So regardless of how experienced you are, I will say planning a wedding is a lot. There's a lot to do.
Yeah.
So my first memory is you had this wedding planning notebook that was like this thick. It could have been another
It was a binder.
historical museum of artifacts from the biblical days or something. Like, it was huge. But yeah, it was a binder where she kept all of her plans, and I will say she was very organized. If I needed to know how much something was going to cost or what company was going to provide something, she knew right where to go in that trusty, handy dandy notebook of hers.
It had everything. I got it from Barnes and Nobles, and I mean, most brides get one of these books. It was really, really helpful. So with my sister and sister-in-law in tow, we went through that book and got to work.
So we had, three people? 3 people on one side, 3 people on the other side, and we called it a day.
Yep. That was perfect for me.
Yeah. Kept it simple and sweet. So all the other guys and gals who would have spent $100 to $200 on a tux or a dress, you can just put that in a card and give it to us for our wedding. Yeah, that'd be nice. Really would appreciate that. Thank you so much. Also, we got advice that couples getting married should put more emphasis and throw more of your money into the honeymoon as opposed to the ceremony. And it's really funny that that was said because we didn't even think that. However, it made total sense.
Yeah.
I got this one event that 200-300 people are going to come to, and I have to pay for all of them to eat and partake in my wedding. I don't know whose idea that was. Why they don't come and pay for their own food. Like, if we went to Cactus Willie's or Golden Corral or Fridays, you'd be paying for your own food. You'd be like, hey, can we run separate checks? I don't care. I got to pay for all these people to eat, which raises the price. I got to find a venue to fit all these people who are going to eat the food that I pay. And then I'm going to, like, take a road trip somewhere because I can't afford to go anywhere. So the suggestion was to turn that on its head. Go small, go simple, try to get as many family and friends involved who are willing to help and just, again, help out so that you don't have to hire certain people to do certain things. And then take that money that you save on the ceremony and we put it into the honeymoon. And what was gonna be like, I don't know, like a short drive to like Myrtle Beach or something, which again, when you not at this time in our lives, it wasn't a bad idea, but we just couldn't afford a whole lot, and we didn't think we could. We took all that money and threw it into a 7-day cruise to Grand Cayman, Honduras, Belize, and Cozumel, Mexico. And let me tell you, that was probably one of the best vacations of my life.
Yeah.
So we're so glad that we actually took money from the ceremony and the reception and put it into the honeymoon. Those 7 days I got to actually spend with my wife, enjoying being married. And again, that's 7 days. The ceremony was like, how long was the ceremony?
24 minutes.
26. But hey, like you're looking at 26 minutes of do you, great, have a good day, basically. And that's what we wanted. But we suggest, like we tell everybody else, you got to do what works for you.
Absolutely. One of the things that that sticks out to me was that we paid cash for everything.
Yes.
So,
and we was balling at the time, right?
No.
We had lots of money, or
No.
Oh, because I think that's people gonna assume.
No, we didn't have a lot of money at all.
No.
A lot of things people took care of. So my mom paid for my dress. Mm-hmm. My sister paid for my veil. All of our decorations were donated. But everything else, either my sister-in-law paid for, like she paid for our unity candle and the basket that the flower girl used or whatever. But like the little arch and the twinkle lights and the drapery or whatever, all that stuff was donated, which is great.
Absolutely. And if you don't know where to get that, like ask around. There might be somebody who just has one that bought one time and they can't use it no more, but they don't want to throw it away. Ask around, you might get one.
Yeah. For the wedding cake, wedding cakes can be very, very expensive.
Ooh, I love this idea.
So what we did was we went to a world-renowned bakery. May they rest in peace.
Because they closed down. The people were still okay.
No. This was a delicious bakery who are known for their cakes. Instead of asking them for a 3 or 4 tiered wedding cake,
which would have been like $1 million,
we asked for 3 sheet cakes.
Mm-hmm.
That was still the same type of cake, the same type of frosting or whatever. They still decorated it beautifully, and it tasted delicious. And we just like put our little ornament things on the top.
It was like 1/3 of the price.
Yeah,
that's crazy. That
like
if I take the same batter and then when it comes out of the oven, instead of stacking it a certain way, I can just lay it out, and it's cheaper. Same batter, same cake, like you said, same frosting. Everything's the same, but just the way it's laid out. It's 1/3 of the price. That's crazy. I put the word wedding on it next to cake, and then it shoots up in price. That's crazy.
Absolutely.
No thanks.
We had family do our music for the wedding and the reception. We had friends do our wedding planning with us, and like organizing,
the coordinating,
wedding coordinators. So it was just a lot of people helping us, and so we were able to put money, and we were engaged for 7 months.
Yep.
So we were able to put money towards our cruise, so that by the time the wedding was over, we had a cruise to go to.
Yeah.
Which is amazing.
Yes, we did. And there's probably nothing I would change. I mean, you know what? Because the cruise was so amazing, I think had we known how great it was going to be, we probably would have taken more money with us. But all the same, it was still an amazing trip. I'm glad that we heeded that advice, taking money out of the ceremony, finding other ways to save, and putting it into the reception,
and
not
being ashamed to ask friends and family to help us.
Absolutely.
So it's just like all these little things, like when you add up that we didn't have to pay for, it just really helped out because we wasn't ashamed.
Nope. Hey, can y'all help us, please?
I mean, not that we were begging people, but we just told them what we wanted, and it was like, oh, I can take care of that for you.
Yeah. And we didn't get and the thing is, for the things that we wanted, we didn't get the most expensive of that thing.
But it's still a beautiful wedding.
It was great.
And a really, really fun reception.
Yep, it sure was.
And we didn't go broke.
Nope. How much debt did we have after the wedding?
We didn't have
none. So we're happy about that. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. and leave a comment in the comment section if any of these points helped you. What are some cool things that you did
to cut down the cost
of your wedding?
Yeah.
And then if you want, stick around and subscribe to our channel. Check out the other story time videos, and we'll see you later.